There we go. Woo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on inside the 𝗩𝗚𝗃𝗢 podcast. Mm, mm, mm. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the 𝗩𝗚𝗃𝗢 podcast. Yes, brown, 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 that darn brown on Cleveland. Friday night, some people just got paid, but darn it, I got a pocket full of lint, and I'm okay with it. My name is Kimberly F. Brown, and it's always great to be with you in Brown Town. So, of course, I'm going to shake my pom-poms, Damn it, I'm shaking my pom-poms. So, as always, before we get started, I got to say hello to my favorite girls. Don't forget that if you're looking for, commercial property, a duplex, single homes, new development, call Aletha Johnson of Dream Team Realty at 216-375-3681 and tell her that Brown on Cleveland told you to call. Then let's go to Maple Heights. And sometimes Maple Heights is so damn, go ahead and finish, messy. But listen, real talk, if you're looking for t-shirts, hoodies, jackets, tumblers, cups, mugs, team uniforms, whatever your case may be, call my girl Angie Marie of New Beginnings 1111 Creations at 216-395-7335. Tell her that Brown on Cleveland and Self and Little Kimmy told you to call her, and make sure you give her some good and plenty. And also, too, Friday nights are brought to you by the re-election team of Mayor Matt Burke over in Garfield Heights. Brown, 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 that damn Brown on Cleveland. Yeah! Shake your pom-poms, shake your pom-poms, shake your pom-poms. Damn it. Shake your pom-poms. So listen, tonight, I got somebody hanging out with me. He's from the city of Maple Heights, District 1. And he's in the hot seat tonight, hot light, hot seat, whatever the case may be. Welcome, Councilman Stafford Shenett, to the 𝗩𝗚𝗃𝗢 podcast. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate you.
Okay, so you're going to whisper?
Did you? Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate you.
Listen.
I appreciate you. We just did this mic check and all of that.
See what happens? See, I don't know if he wants Self to show up. Let me check with Self. Self? Okay. So, Self, why is he inside the 𝗩𝗚𝗃𝗢 podcast? I'm asking. Self said, oh, he's here to talk about what he's done. Self, what has he done? Self said, oh, we're going to find out? Okay, Self, well, let's find out. Again, welcome, Councilman Stafford Shenett, to the 𝗩𝗚𝗃𝗢 podcast.
Thank you, Kimberly. I'm glad to be here. It's a pleasure.
Very good. What do you know about shaking your pom-poms, shaking your pom-poms, shaking your damn pom-poms?
Well, I tell you that this much. Shaking your pom-pom is the real deal. And we know that shaking your pom-pom represents facts,
there you go.
Excellence.
Uh-oh.
And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the truth. And I appreciate that. And you're looking for those who can truly represent a community. And that's what you're about. And I'm glad that you allowed me to come on your show today so I can talk about the things that I'm doing in Maple Heights, District 1.
Look at him. Shake the pom-poms. Listen, Councilman, I have one question for you. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me, my God?
Yes, I do.
All right. Any objection, Self? Self said, absolutely not. All right, let's get down to the get down. Stafford Shenett, your council person, Maple Heights District 1. Tell us about yourself. Who is Stafford Shenett, Brown on Cleveland?
Well, first of all, I am a husband.
Okay.
I am a father.
Mm.
I'm also a ordained deacon at my church home, the Cleveland Church of Christ, the Hope Ministries. So
Okay.
I'm proud about my faith, and I thank God for it. He guides and leads me along the way. And I'm also a humble public servant.
Okay.
I just don't look at. I know I'm a city councilman. Some may call us politicians, but I view myself as a public servant. And
Okay.
I believe over the years, my constituents would tell you that I'm not just someone that um, their voice in city council, but they
Okay.
can call me about other things. And
Okay.
many have called me to ask me to pray for them. Many have asked me, could I recommend someone to do things at their house because they trust me. So,
Okay.
and am humbled and honored to have that type of relationship with people.
Very good. Now, I opened my chat and someone is saying, "Hey, hubby, I love you." And I just want you to let your wife know that this is not the love dating game right now. So, no.
It's all right. That's my wifey, Shelly. She's my heart, and she's my biggest supporter, and I thank
Okay.
God for her. And she made sure I got here on time today, honey. Get out of here! You were running behind. I'm trying to put those signs together, but
Okay.
we're here. So thank
All
you for
right.
sharing that, Kimberly.
Very good. Now, how long have you been a council person over in the city of Maple Heights, Brown, Cleveland?
So, Kimberly, I've been councilor for 3 terms now.
Okay.
And of course, I'm running for my 4th term. So I took
So let me stop
office.
you right
I'm
there. When you
sorry.
say 3 terms, you guys serve a 4-year
That
sentence.
you could want to call it that.
Okay.
But yeah, they're 4-year terms. So
Okay.
when I came on, it was 2-year terms. Okay, that was in 2016. And then
Okay.
I worked with the city council members at that time.
Okay.
And we working with the charter review board and asked that we change that to 4-year terms, but 2 years was just too quick. You couldn't do much in 2 years. It seemed like you were running every other year.
Every other year you're running.
And
okay.
so the voters saw fit, and they passed that charter change, and so we're on 4-year terms. So I did 1 2-year term and 2 4-year terms.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my second 4-year term now.
Okay, very good. Let's talk about when you first became a council person. What is it, or what was it that got you motivated, and what were your goals then in comparison to your goals now? Brown on Cleveland, speaking with council person Stafford Shenett of Maple Heights District 1, Brown on Cleveland.
And so I thank you for asking that question.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Of course, my motivation was, and you heard me say earlier, I feel that I'm a public servant.
Okay.
And so, I'm always go back to my faith. Working with people in my church, helping my pastor along the way, the Lord allowing me to grow and show me what my gifts are.
Okay.
And that is, if I can help others along the way, that's what I want to do. I want to serve. And so when I saw elected office, I said that's the way to be able to help people, especially in your local, in your municipality where you live. So when I first ran, I ran against a great man, a very popular man in District 1, a pillar of the community, a gentleman by the name Alex Adams. And of course, I lost that first time. But when I tell this story, people, what they don't know, Alex and I became friends at the polls. We became friends while I was actively running against him. And he told me, he said, you know what, I like you. He said, I'm going to retire someday, and I want you to be the next councilman in the district. And I tell you, Kimberly, again, going back to my faith, God, there was that little voice in me like, he's not serious. He's not going to. But Alex kept his word. Alex, he said, Stafford, first I want you to serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission. So I was on the Planning and Zoning Commission, get my feet wet. I was on the Planning and Zoning Commission for 2 years. And I learned a lot from that. And then after that, Alex took me under his wing, introduced me to different individuals in the district. And in 2016, they elected me as city councilman for District 1. And I always, no matter what, I always pay, for lack of better words, homage to Alex Adams
Okay.
because he did embrace me. And so I don't forget to talk about him or to say his name every now and then because I am grateful that he trusted in me, allowed me to serve after him or come after him.
Here's the funny thing about the city of Maple Heights. It's just like any other city, right? You have the east side and you have the west side. And I remember when I met the fierce Alex Adams.
Mhm.
And he was the stronghold on the west side. And then you had the fierce Naomi Mitchell,
Yes.
who was the stronghold on the east side. And one thing I learned about Maple Heights politics when I first got involved, although I live in the city of Cleveland, was that there were two people. There was the Mitchell and there was the Adam, right?
Yes.
And if you wanted anything to take place in that city, you either had to go through her or through him or through her.
Mhm.
And I had the privilege of knowing both of them, right? And it
Mhm.
was crazy because the first time I met with Alex, we were at odds because
Okay.
I had wrote a story in the Brown Report newspaper
Mhm.
about him and Jackie Alberts, right? And the difference was, Chanette, was that Jackie Alberts did not call me. She didn't call me out on my stuff.
Okay.
But Mr. Alex Adams, he had that raspy voice. Hello, this is Alex Adams, Kimberly Brown. I want to talk to you, right? And we spoke,
Mhm.
and I retracted a story because I got some things wrong.
Okay.
And since then, we were like so cool.
Yes.
But he was a great guy.
Yes, he was.
Never a great guy. One to be respected. So I'm glad you're in that seat. But now, since you've been in that seat, what is it that you have accomplished, and what can we expect from Councilman Stafford Shenett? Where are we going?
Okay, so I think one of the first thing I did when I took the over from
Brown or
Alex,
Cleveland? Okay.
and again, he shared his contacts with me. I mean,
Hmm.
he was a great teacher,
Okay.
and I believe what first thing that I did was I wanted to build a strong communication source so
Okay.
that I can keep my district informed on a regular basis, and I
Hmm.
believe I've done that.
Okay.
Another thing that
Well, let me ask you this.
go ahead.
You said you want to build a strong communication protocol, team, process, project, whatever. How did you do that? So why would you shake your pom poms and say you've done that? What strategies did you do to make that happen, Councilman?
So first of all,
Okay.
like Alex was, I'm gonna say he was old school, I'm new school, right?
Okay.
When compared to both
Okay,
of
that's
us.
fair.
So Alex, he would have block watch meetings or meetings with the communities on streets. So people would come to a street, and over time, like I said, you got new and old,
Hmm.
and a lot of times people wouldn't come to another street for a meeting. So what I looked at how can we just bring the streets together in one place on a regular basis,
Hmm.
and then I can build get information when these individuals come and build this communication source I'm talking about. So what I did was I connected with the pastor at the Catholic Church
Okay.
in our district, St. Martin Tours, and matter of fact, they even honored Alex there because he was a member of that church.
All right.
So I asked, could I have my community meetings there? And he said yes. So I've
Very
been
good.
holding my community meetings there for some years now. And what I did is collect
Hmm.
contact information, and then I compiled a list through electronic communications where I sent
Okay.
out information um, to my district on a regular basis,
Very good.
and whether it's about streets,
Hmm.
whether it's about I remind them that hey, if it's a trash pickup,
Okay.
move one day, and constituents, residents, they appreciate that,
Okay.
and that's something that I find to be very valuable. They want to stay informed, even if it's just something little. They
Okay.
want to stay informed. Even, 4th of July, for instance, people want to know what's the rule regarding fireworks, and I share that with them, what the state of Ohio says in regards to when you can shoot off fireworks and things like that. So that's one of the things I'm proud of. I'm also I'm happy that we were able to get a west side. I'm gonna call it a substation, but it's not manned full time.
It sure is not.
But we at least was able to get a substation on the west side of Maple Heights, or a police station on the west side of Maple Heights, because people were complaining that we don't have enough police presence on the west end. And a lot of times, and thank God, we have been pretty consistent in regards to not having high crime on that side of town. And I thank God for that. And we were able to, keep a culture. We don't have to deal with those type of things. Now, I know the east side is some challenges.
We're not going to talk about the east side because you are the council person of District 1 West Side. Councilman, one of the biggest complaints that people have with council people, I'm not talking about Maple, I'm talking about being a council person, period. One of the biggest complaints that I'm always hearing is about accessibility. About, we never hear from the council person, be it man or woman, until it is election time. How accessible are you, or have you been? If I was to say to rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being very accessible, where would you rate yourself and why? Brown on Cleveland.
I would say between, because there's no one is perfect, so I won't say 10, between 7 and 8.
Okay.
And I would say this, if you don't mind, and I would challenge anyone.
Okay.
Go out in my district, ask my constituents, does Councilman Chanette respond in a reasonable manner? And I can say with confidence, they will say yes. And that's as I spoke earlier about that communication source that I put together, and where they can reach out to me. Most of my constituents reach out to me by email.
Okay.
And when they ask for something, I pride myself into responding right away and keeping them in the loop. I don't just so for instance, to say you need something from the animal warden.
All right.
When I reach out to the animal warden, I include you on that communication between.
Let me throw this shade in right quick, since you want to bring up the animal warden. About Maple Heights, this is for you. About 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I was confronted by a white pit bull with a pink nose. And the only thing that saved me was my bag. As the animal was coming towards me, I was swinging my bag back and forth and back and forth and back. And the dog was coming and coming and coming. There was a lady who was coming down the street. She heard me saying, "Get your dog, get your dog, get your dog." A black car came from nowhere. The door popped open and the lady said, "Jump in." And when I jumped in the car, the dog launched at me. I've almost lost my life in Maple Heights, real talk. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because you just mentioned the animal warden. We sent the animal warden a message regarding the home that the dog belonged to, and I wanted to know what was the next step of action. It's been 2.5, 3 weeks. I have not heard from y'all damn animal warden. I haven't. And I know that that does not fall under the council person, because you guys have a safety director. And under the safety director, you have your service department. The animal warden, according to you guys' charter, fall up under the service department. But yet you have the safety director. And everybody knows what went on. And I'm still waiting for a response today. Brown on Cleveland, listen, I just wanted to let y'all know that y'all city is not responsive. Your safety director is not responsive to visitors or constituents in the city of Maple Heights. And damn it, I said it. Brown on Cleveland. So when things like that happen, council person, me being a visitor of your city, how would you handle that, Brown on Cleveland, not getting a response when my life was put in danger?
Right.
And I ain't shaking my pom-poms.
Got you, Kimberly. And a lot of times, unfortunately, you have to play the hand that's dealt you. And what I mean by that is when I reach out to someone in the administration,
okay,
you want that person to do their job.
Absolutely.
Because I'm
drink
dependent
my
on
water.
You. So I've had instances, okay, without, I'm not trying to throw the administration under the bus, but I have instances.
I will.
I got you. I have instances where we didn't get the proper response, or the resident felt that the response was not fair to them or didn't make sense. What I've learned over the years is how to go to the next level.
Okay,
and there's been situations where I had to take it to the law director and say, hey, listen, we got an issue here. I've been working with the building department. They're saying that this person can't do this or that, but when I hear the story, it don't make no sense. It's not coming together. And I have been able to get resolutions that way.
Okay.
You know, a number of times. Now, I'm not going to say it's 100%.
Don't have to be.
But what I do, I first give the first line a chance to.
You're supposed
fix
to.
The issue. If they cannot do that, then, and that's, again, I thank God that I'm able to understand what I need to do to resolution, you know, type of situation.
I got it.
There's conflict, where there's don't seem to be a meeting of the mind. I've been able to work, you know, again, go to another level. I've had to have mediation because the first line didn't work. Now, I just want to say to you, Kimberly, in regards to the animal warden, you're correct. It used to be under service. Now it's under the police department. So, yeah. And
listen, let me tell y'all something.
Recent.
Let me tell y'all something. That's even crazier than the animal warden being under the service department, because now I'm going to say that your police department is not responsive as they should, and y'all have a police chief and you have a safety director. And I'll say this, that's going to piss me off with both of them. That simply means that the email that was sent, you purposely ignored it. And the fact of the matter is, it seems like the only time that sometimes elected officials or people who are chiefs respond is if there is a fatality, and that in itself is absolutely wrong. Brown on Cleveland, I'm saying it. Talking to Councilperson Stafford Shenett right here in the little hut. Told you it was going to get a little hot. Don't care. Y'all know Kim Brown don't care, right? Because I'm a senior citizen. And the other day, I had somebody try to make fun of me because of my age. And I had to tell her, listen, I may be close, Stafford, to 100, but damn it, you look like you 100. So, you know, that's my second and third personality coming out. I got to contain myself. Okay, back to you. So, Stafford, I'm about to get a little messy. Y'all know this Brown on Cleveland Little Hut podcast. It's time for self. We're gonna get a little messy. This is re-election time for you, sir.
Yes, it is. It's our fourth term.
So let's see. There was a guy who was going to challenge you, but he didn't make the ballot. Right? And for some reason, I thought you were safe. But then everybody should be challenged. You know why? Because it makes them stronger. So I don't believe anybody should run unopposed.
Sure.
Stafford, you got a challenger.
I do.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Because I'm getting ready to get messy. Sure enough, y'all about to get messy.
Well, Kimberly, you know how, I run my race. I run my race.
Okay.
I think I said this before. I'm going to stick with my position. I had no comment, but I can tell you.
Wait a minute, y'all. I didn't even ask a question. I said nothing. But since he want to say that, I'm gonna put it right online. Mayor Blackwell, Mayor of Maple Heights, she put her son in a race to take you out. She put her son in a race. A lot of people are upset about that. But before I go on my rant and tell you what I've been hearing in the streets, what were you going to say, councilperson?
In regards to what, Kimberly?
Well, she put her son in to take you out, Brown on Cleveland.
You know what?
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Well, that's the start me to lead to my next point. If that's the case, that's very unfortunate.
Oh.
Because I believe that
It's just a little messy.
when it comes to representing constituents, residents in a community, we must take this seriously.
Okay.
We must take this seriously.
All
and
right.
people are frustrated. People
Yes.
want good representation.
They do.
We have, in my opinion, District 1 is a very mature community.
Oh.
And so it to me, it's not something that you should gamble.
Y'all, he used the M word. Mature. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not something you should gamble with.
Okay.
District 1 has come a long way.
Yes,
We've done a lot.
It has.
I don't believe we can afford to go backwards.
Okay.
Again, I would challenge anyone to go out and talk to my constituents. They'll tell you what we do in the community, the work we have done. I can tell you about resolutions, legislations I have introduced that I believe that's benefited not only District 1 but the city.
Okay.
You know, one of the ones that I'm proud of is the
Shake your
reinvestment
pom-poms.
legislation, where if you buy a home in a certain zone in the city, you get a tax abatement, and that's, I believe, has added value to the city. But I believe you need mature representation to be able to come up with those type of ideas, and that comes from experience.
Very
right?
good. Comes from experience.
Right.
Experience. So let me ask you this:
it's nothing to play with.
Are you running your race?
Yes, I am.
I have relatives that reside in District 1. I do, over on the Shirley.
Okay.
I do, and my cousin, she normally follows my suggestions. And we had the conversation, being serious, and she asked me, she said, who is this guy running against Councilperson Chanette? And let me throw this sidebar. You ran for mayor last time, and you lost.
Yes, I did.
And this is something that my cousin said. She says, I did not want him to win for mayor. I said, okay, that's good. No problem. She says, but I like him as a council person. She says, that's where she wanted you to be.
And I've heard that a lot, Kimberly.
I'm going to say this again. She said, I did not want him to be mayor. I wanted him to be council person because I did not want to lose him, because you are very responsive to her. Extremely.
Thank you.
Extremely. And then, this is real talk. People are asking if the mere fact that the son is in the race, if this would be a conflict of interest. Well, it all depends on what's being discussed at the table, number one. Number two, people are afraid that they will lose their voice, and they're very concerned about it, and I agree with them. Because, and I'm telling anybody who's listening to Maple Heights, Kimberly Brown is saying this, not the council person. Kimberly Brown, Brown on Cleveland, Little Hut Podcast is saying this to the council person. I'm sharing what I'm hearing on the street, that I totally agree. Brown on Cleveland. They're saying that the fear would be that the mayor would tell her son what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and why to do it. And the people in District 1 would no longer have a voice, which in fact I agree. The other thing they're saying is this: Stafford Shenett is the only experienced candidate who's running for District 3. If you do District 1, thank you for that. If you do a cross comparison analysis, no disrespect, no pun intended, you see a legislator, you see a community activist, you see the chair of the finance committee versus a person who wants to play football in the Little League. You gotta make the right decision. Kimberly F. Brown, Brown on Cleveland. Damn it, I'm saying it. My question to you: what is your message to the people of District 1? And let me apologize for saying District 3, because I know it's an odd time race, and I know who's the council person over there. He doesn't have an opponent, but District 1, District 1, District 1, Stafford Shenett, Councilperson Chanette is inside the Little Hut podcast under the hot light in the hot seat with Brown on Cleveland.
Okay, so in District 1, you've already know, one of the things when I came into office in 2016, you know, I have a catchy saying, have your say, safety, senior, accountability, and youth engagement. And those are the things that guide me. And then in between all of that is those other things that I do for the city. But we know people want to be safe, and you have to do those things to continue to push so that we can have the resources to keep the community safe. We know we got to care for our seniors. That's why I support legislation that has anything to do with helping seniors.
You know what? Let me stop you right there. Now I'm gonna be serious. Myself and Councilwoman AG of District 7, we just got dragged on social media because an opponent of AG's tried to make a mockery of us being of the mature crowd. And I'm just now listening to you talk about how you have to make sure that seniors are being cared for. Personally today, I appreciate you for saying that, because it is the senior community who basically decides who's going to sit in a seat. So if you're disrespectful to seniors, how can you be disrespectful yesterday to seniors, but yet still today ask them for a vote? Brown on Cleveland. I'm asking Councilperson Chanette.
Kimberly, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think it's disingenuous to speak one way and then say, hey, you know, I support our seniors. But the same seniors that I'm supposed to support, I'm trying to, as you say, mock or make a mockery of. You know, it's unfortunate. I spoke earlier about Alex Adams, and one of the things that I learned with him, I knew Alex Adams was a big supporter of the seniors. I remember when the senior levy did not pass, and we had a fundraiser over at the church there in District 2, and I was with Alex. So I know how important that is. You know, even in my own family, you know, my wife is a social worker for the adults and seniors, and I can't tell you all the things that I know that she has to struggle with because she cares about adults and seniors. So when you don't show that
you're
compassion,
disrespectful. You're disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
You're disrespectful.
You know, and for the
you have a mother. Don't want to cut you off. You have a father.
That's right.
You have grandparents. Certain things we don't make a mockery of. Period. Point blank. I don't care what point you're trying to make. That was a very bad, tasteless gesture that was made. Extremely. And I believe that the residents of the city of Maple Heights need to understand what was stated. And you cannot come back to me and say, I was joking. Joking my you know what. My mom is a senior, and I wish that her council person would make a negative connotation like that. I guarantee you we will help Miss Gray get out of office. Point blank, period. There's no excuse. Brown on Cleveland, Councilman, we have to wrap this thing up. Sure. I know we have a busy day tomorrow. You have a busy day. I have an extremely busy day. Do me a favor. Tell the residents of Maple Heights, and even people who are not residents of Maple Heights, what is it that you're proud of Maple Heights, and what can they do to help District 1 move on? But more so, why should the residents of District 1 retain Councilman Stafford Shenett for District 1 councilperson? Brown on Cleveland.
Thank you, Kimberly. So what I'm proud of, first and foremost, that I was part of the legislative body, working with the administration to help get the city of Maple Heights out of fiscal emergency. When
Very
we went
good.
Through that challenge, I was part of that. I was part of the finance committee, so I'm proud of that. I'm also proud that my council members saw fit.
So let me say this. So you took part in helping the city get out of fiscal emergency, right?
That is correct.
Brown on Cleveland, continue.
Yes, that's correct. And matter of fact, the current council elected me to be chair of the finance committee as well as chair of the public work and safety committee. So I'm proud of that. And I'm proud to be also the council pro tem, the
And
council vice
let
president.
me stop you right there. Just in case people don't know, the finance committee is the most powerful committee of any city. And Councilman Chanette, you are what?
The chair
The
of that
chair.
committee.
Continue, sir.
Thank you,
Brown on
Kimberly.
Cleveland.
Thank you. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the side street repair programs that we've been able to get a number of side streets repaired. I'm also proud of the exterior grant program that we've
Okay.
had where we help people who need assistance with getting the, outside of their homes repaired. So I'm proud that I was part of that. And I'm proud of our continued youth engagement to bridge the gap that we do every year with the police department, because we
Okay.
know how important it is to bring our police and youth together. And who else to do that but leaders of the city? And we've been doing that consistently. Matter of fact, I started that along with Councilwoman AG and Councilwoman Madden back in 2016, and we're
Okay.
still doing it to this day. And my son was a teenager back then. He's now an adult living in Las Vegas, and he's going to come back this year to help with it. So
Oh, they showing my gray.
but you know, the point I'm making, Kimberly, is
Yes.
just to see the fruits of your labor, that it actually has helped young people to grow. We was able to follow them along the way. His friends went to college, some
Okay.
went to the military, but to see them come back says to me that they embrace it and that it is powerful. So those are things I'm proud of. And I can tell you, if you reelect me for a fourth term, I
Okay.
will continue to do the work that I've been doing, keeping the community informed, but also working on those things that constituents have brought to my attention over the years. And
Okay.
I talked about some of those things. I know we have issues. There people have issues with rental properties. So
Oh, yeah.
let's address that, because
Across
when
the
you're a
board.
homeowner, you want your neighbor to take care of their property so that you don't bring your value of your property down. So,
Very good.
and those are voices that I've heard, and those are things I'm gonna continue to work on, as well as continue to do our best to increase the budget when it comes to the side street repair program, because we know that people want nice streets. You know,
Yes.
so I'm happy. Summit Avenue was the worst streets. I think, Kimberly, a while back, you even went over on Summit
Yep, I
Avenue
sure
and took
did.
pictures of that street.
Sure did.
Well, that street is going to be resurfaced in
Awesome.
September, and that's being done by the county. And those are some of the things that I've learned along the way as an experienced official. There are ways that you can make things work. We may be able to do a street with the side street funds,
Okay.
which is through the city. But also, if the county is doing work on the main road, I can talk to the city. Yes, the city engineer, and say, hey, since like Mendota and Rowena, they got done because of the Dunham Road project
Okay.
through the county. So we didn't even have to use city funds to get those streets done.
Very
So
good.
I continue to work with our city engineer. But again, that comes with experience, understanding how do you make things work. And I think by the time that I've been in office, I've learned those things.
No brainer. No brainer. No brainer. Real talk. I'm going to say this to you. We got to wrap this thing up because I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. I remember when I was doing this segment of Clean Neighborhoods, and I complimented District 1 because District 1 was the cleanest neighborhood in the city of Maple Heights. And that's, yes, you have some things going on with renters, but when it came down to it, District 1 is the cleanest neighborhood in the city of Maple Heights. So I do applaud you for that,
Appreciate that.
because it takes a good council person to stay on top of it. And even your opponent cannot deny it, because if so, he nor his mom would be living in District 1. Brown on Cleveland. Damn it, I said it. All right, Councilman, it's time for us to get up out of here. Showing
Awesome.
up, showing up. So say goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate you. And I hope you all can come out to quench the thirst
Oh,
tomorrow. In District 1, we'll be on Dunham and Turney Road from 5 to 7 p.m. giving out free water to quench your thirst. And come by
and
and shake our hands.
Stafford is giving out ribeye steaks, and hopefully he just got one. Yeah.
One a day.
Okay.
One day I will.
But here again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Little Hut Podcast. My name is Kimberly Brown, that damn Brown on Cleveland. Don't forget, you guys, that you don't have to be a star. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be on this show. You don't have to be a star, baby, but you got to be bold. Listen, you guys, it's going to be a long weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. Make sure you stay hydrated and make sure you stay safe. And Sunday coming up, we got Laverne Jones Gore coming back to the Little Hut Podcast. And of course, Laverne is running for mayor of the city of Cleveland. Then Wednesday, Freddie is back. And then on Friday, listen, you dragged me a couple of days ago. Brown, don't do it. Don't do it. But you better tune in on August 8th. And all I'm going to say is this, Stafford. Remember, you came for me. You talked about me in private. Damn it, y'all know me. I'm going to talk about you in public. Darn right. Brown, that darn brown.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
A pleasure.
Your wife tried to get a shout out.
She
better go to bed and leave somebody alone, girl.
And that's my baby.
Yeah, that's all right. She got you here on time, right?
Yes. She
Join
did.
us, Brown on Cleveland.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Run your race. Win it too. Because if not, I'm going to talk about you.
I don't want